Welcome back, everybody. This is Bob Calvert, your host on TalkingWithHeroes.com talk show program. Also, thank you for your service.us, our online news site. And we're still here in Bagram, Afghanistan, and this is part 2. We're meeting with the North Dakota National Guard, 1st of the 108th Air Defense Artillery, and we're finding out about the team here. So we're going to go back over here now. If you could introduce yourself, sir, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, I'm excuse me, Sergeant First Class Kenny Kachina. I am the raid NCOIC here on Bagram. That means I'm in charge of all of these hooligans. Actually, what I mainly do here is to take care of, we have 3 towers on Bagram, 3 cameras, and my main mission is to make sure they're operational. They're working at all times. That means down to the computers, to the hardware, to the generators, anything that runs the camera, projects a picture, I take care of it. The guys that are on shift, obviously they're watching the cameras 24/7. They let me know if there's an issue, and I'll go out there and take care of it. This is my 2nd deployment. My first one was also with First Sergeant here, with Fox Battery, 1st and 188 to Iraq. And our mission there was quite different, similar to what Capt Vannurden had done, Sergeant First Class Haynes and Sergeant Vincent. We were more of a Sec 4 unit up there, up in Kirkuk, training Iraqi battalion soldiers. So it was pretty cool. A lot different here, a little less stressful, yet a little more stressful. Progress-wise here in Afghanistan, I think we've seen leaps and bounds, I guess. I'm not real familiar with the country like I was in Iraq, due to the fact I don't go out with the populace and don't meet with them as much as we did there. But we see a lot on camera of what the population is able to do, of freedoms they're able to enjoy due to our security, and I think we're seeing improvements there. I think that in the next time, as long as we are here, that it'll keep improving similar as it did in Iraq. Here on the FOB itself, as you can see, this beautiful building. I don't know if you really looked around much, but prior to us arriving in Bagram, this was not here. This entire building was built by the people that are stationed here, by us, by the North Dakota National Guard soldiers. The slab was the only thing that we didn't do ourselves, the concrete slab that we're standing on. But the building itself was built and wired and everything else by us. So it's pretty cool for us to be able to do that, improving our position and improving our way of life here. So, as for packages, things from home, I really want to say thank you to, obviously, my wife, Carrie, my 2 daughters, Peyton, who's 7, and Rylan, who's 3. They take care of me very well. My parents, my folks from Bismarck, North Dakota, they send me packages quite often. My mom keeps me in constant supply of Grand Forks Heralds. That's where I'm from, Grand Forks, and I get those weekly. She keeps them all for me, so I can. A little bit behind all the time in news, but I do get them. So, also I'd like to thank my aunt Dolores Dub, who is also from Bismarck. She always sends me cards, letters, any events, and special wishes, and it's great.
And angel food cake.
And angel food cake, yes, we love to get angel food cake. It actually makes the trip even in 10 days. And then we steal Captain V's frosting and put it on there, so that's pretty cool. But other than that, my siblings, my brothers and sisters, my aunts and uncles, and my entire family, Soldiers Angel, of course, who seem to supply the Joes here with things they need. And it seems we're never at a need for certain toiletry things, stuff, the necessities of home to make things a lot easier here. I also like to thank Activision for creating Call of Duty, because without that, this tour would be very long. And one more thing I'd like to say is, go Twins. All right, make sure that's on there, because they are going to make the playoffs, and you need to get into October because it just makes time go by a lot faster here. So
I'll have to get this to the Twins.
All right.
You might have it playing at one of the games or something.
Yeah, the outside.
That's about all I have, I think, Bob.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for your service, too.
All right, well, it appears they've saved the best for last. So, my name is Lieutenant Chris Olson. I'm originally from Langdon, born and raised. I've lived in Grand Forks since I went to college there. I've been in the military for 14 years. First 6 of those were in the Marine Corps, and then I transferred over to the North Dakota National Guard. This is my second deployment. My first deployment was with the First Sergeant and Sergeant Kachina in Iraq for OIF 3. I was a E5 Sergeant team leader at the time, and like you said, this mission is incredibly different from that one. This one is more static. We don't move around. We're in one place. We've got a job to do that doesn't require us driving around and meeting and greeting the local population. So it was an adjustment right away, but I think we've all fallen into our jobs. And you're going to have to ask me questions because I'm never going to remember everything I'm supposed to say. So.
That's okay. You're doing fine, actually.
Okay. Yeah, what's next?
What about care packages, letters?
Oh, mail, yeah. Mail, while being deployed, takes on a whole nother dimension than when you're back home. Like Specialist Froese said, it's like Christmas almost. It really, really is. You just enjoy getting something sitting on your desk or thrown in your room and coming back and finding that there, and opening it up is as exciting as reading it. Or if it's a box, you know, seeing what's inside, it's wonderful. And we've had, I think everybody here has had phenomenal support from loved ones back home and from organizations back home that take care of us by sending care packages through the mail. So, and myself included, I get packages all the time.
Okay, why don't you give a shout out to family and friends back home?
All right, shout out. Okay, I'd like to say hello to my wife and my daughters, Gabriella and Jocelyn. I love you and miss you, and I'll see you in a couple months. I'd like to also say hello to my parents, Linda and Larry Olson. I miss you, and I'll see you in a couple months.
Great. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Some of you earlier, before we went on the air, mentioned Shelley Michaels. Some of you know her. Would you like to say something? She's been a huge supporter for y'all. Captain.
Shelley Michaels, thanks for all the good hookups. She hooked us up with the Shore Club out of Florida, and they sent a lot of our outlying fobs, some great packages, some really good stuff. They basically asked, what do you need? And they sent the soldiers whatever they needed. We hooked them up with like 5 different fobs that they could send stuff to, so thanks for that, Shelley Michaels. And she's always on Facebook talking about stuff, so thanks a lot for that. I forgot my mom and dad. They send me a lot of stuff too, Linda Vannurden and Doug Vannurden and my sister Wendy. So as far as improvement, you know, the National Guard is different than the Army as far as we bring a lot more to the fight. We've got our own jobs, like for example, at home, I'm a customs officer. We've got electricians and people that are farmers that have experience building things. So like Sergeant Kachina was saying, this building was built by soldiers that you're standing in, and all the different fobs, they continue to improve their position. So that's huge stuff as far as when the next unit comes, they're going to have this to live in instead of you know, a shack. It's going to be great for them. So that's pretty much it. Do you have any more questions for us, Bob?
No, actually, I think First Sergeant, you're going to actually take us out and look at some other things, right?
Yes, that's
maybe we can show people what the building looks like outside too.
Sure.
Okay, great.
I'll hand it off to
okay, well, we'll close this. Once again, folks, I want to thank the North Dakota National Guard here, all of them for their service. I know you have more members in other areas. You're on TalkingWithHeroes.com, and when we come back, we're going to be with the First Sergeant, bringing you all into places that, unless you're here, you'll probably never see. But you're seeing it here on TalkingWithHeroes.com. So let other people know about these videos. Let's reach the goal of 1 million+ people to watch these, both from Iraq and Afghanistan on TalkingWithHeroes.com.